Can AI design a ham shack better than a real operator? I put ChatGPT to the test, and the results? Well, you design. Stick around. Hey everybody, welcome into Ham Shack TV. I'm your host Josh, AA4WX. See if I can get the camera into focus a little bit there. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you being here. So I had this weird, crazy idea. Can AI design a better ham shack than I could? I don't know. It's a good question. So we're going to find out. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. But first I want to let you know today's video is brought to you by Ham Radio Prep. If you're looking to get your ham radio license, Ham Radio Prep's the way to go. They've got the technician, general, and extra class license courses, all with a money back guarantee. You'll pass your test or they'll cover your fees and pay them back to you. HamRadioPrep.com, and if you use coupon code HamShackTV, you're going to get an extra 10% off. HamShackTV coupon code on HamRadioPrep.com. All right, let's get to work here. We're going to pull up ChatGPT, and here we go, pulling it up. All right, here we go. So if you're not familiar with AI, AI stands for artificial intelligence, and ChatGPT is by far the leading application for artificial intelligence. So we're going to ask it, please design the ultimate ham shack. Or how about we give it a little bit more clarity, just so it give it a little help. Ham radio shack. And we'll put in parentheses station. All right, and then we'll put enter. Let's see what happens. See what all it gives. Okay, so designing the ultimate ham radio shack requires a blend of high-performance transceivers, antennas, power solutions, digital modes, and ergonomics to create a top-tier operating environment. Here's the breakdown. All right, so it starts off with the first, your primary HF transceiver. So we're first talking about an ICOM 7610. All right, so we're going to go take a look at the ICOM 7610. Okay, and I do love the 7610. I'm going to stop the screen share, and I'm going to share my entire screen for you here. That way we can toggle back and forth between these radios. So the ICOM 7610 is in the shack, and not in the shack, it's in the Ham Shack TV store. And honestly, this is a good pick. Good job, AI. I really like the 7610. I actually operated one of these at Field Day in 2024 and really liked it. You can get it in the Ham Shack TV store. Go to hamshacktv.com. $35.99. So very good choice. Next up, it recommends a Kenwood TS890S. Let's see if we can find that on Amazon. Kenwood 890S. All right, so that does not show up. So we're going to Google it again. All right, so this is through Gigaparts, and I have no affiliation with Gigaparts. Very nice radio. 100 watts. They want $4,000 for this radio. I think I would lean more towards the 7610, just to be honest with you. That's just me. All right, let's go back to our results. So that was your options for primary HF transceiver. 7610 knocked it out of the park. All right, for backup or QRP, got the Elecraft K4D. Let's see if we can get that on Amazon. Did not get a selection for that. This is what it looks like, though. Not a bad looking rig. I have no experience with helicraft. I've never operated a helicraft before. Let's see if we can find what it would cost to buy one. I don't know if you can buy them straight from helicraft or not. But it's an SDR. Price add to cart. Woo! $64.89. Good Lord have mercy for a QRP rig. And this would be your backup in this particular scenario. I don't know about that, folks. I just don't know about that. What's the power output? We were calling for QRP. It doesn't say. If it's QRP, I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. It can be 100% remote controlled. I don't see the power option here, folks. So if you know how much power output this will have, let me know down in the comments, okay? I just don't know if I see spending $7,000 on a backup rig. The other option is the Yaesu 710, and I know a little bit about the 710, and I would highly recommend it. This is for your backup rig, and this one is not QRP, but it would be a good backup radio. Right there it is for $1,200, and you can find it in the Ham Shack TV store. Go to hamshacktv.com. 100 watt SDR, not bad. I would recommend that. So ChatGPT wins again. Your VHF UHF base station, the ICOM IC9700. This is an interesting rig. It's a little expensive for VHF and UHF, if you ask me. Let's see here, $2,000 for UHF VHF. I just don't know if I see that. Good rig, does D-Star, all that good stuff, but I just don't know if I see it. I don't know if I see spending that kind of money on it. The other option is a Kenwood D710. Let's take a look at that and see if that comes up on the Amazon here. And if you're wondering why I'm going to Amazon, well, the Ham Shack TV store is based in Amazon. So, Kenwood, what was it? TMD 710. No luck. All right, we'll move on back out to Dr. McGoogle here. And there it is. And there's specs on it. Nice radio. Nice radio. Got the TNC and all that. Does APRS. You can change the display color. I like that. 1,000 channels. Not bad. Not bad. What's the price point, though? Try it through DX Engineering. Not available. Are they not making this anymore? I don't know. Maximum power is 50 watts. Let's see. Is anybody selling it? So there's a B71. I don't know if this is still in production, folks. I don't see it. Yeah, I'm just not seeing it. So I think this is out of production unless Gigaparts has it. Okay, Gigaparts has a bundle for that rig. $749. $749 for Gigaparts. It's a little bit better of a price point. I'm just going to be honest with you. I recommend the ICOM 5100. I think it does what you need to do. It doesn't do sideband, doesn't do digital, but it does do D-Star. So if you're not looking to do like FT8 on VHF or anything like that, this thing will be fine. The 5100. We won't talk about SDR receiver. They're recommending a Flex. Of course they recommend a Flex. It's the most expensive radio on the market. Handhelds, you got the Anytone D878. Fantastic radio. I highly recommend them. I've got them. That's a great radio. Next up, it's recommending the Kenwood TH-D75. It's a great radio. It's just expensive. It's very expensive. Does APRS, D-Star, and Bluetooth. You can, if you like Kenwood, go for it. I'm kind of fond of my my ICOM 52A. I think it does well. The only thing that doesn't do is the APRS. No APRS on that one, but it does the NDPRS, I think is what they call it. Something like that. I've never figured that out, though. They also offer the Yaesu FT5DR here, Fusion C4 FM, and that one does do FT, or not FT8, APRS as well. So decent recommendations for handhelds. I'm pretty happy with that. Power and backup. Astron RS50A, 50 amp. That's a little heavy, but it'll work. West Mountain Radio, Powergate PG40S, automatic backup power switch. Okay, that's good. You got the LiPo 4 battery, 40 amp hour, not bad. I can deal with that. Here's a PowerWorks distribution panel, 12 volts DC with Anderson power poles. That's good too. You also have the solar panels here, the Goal Zero or Renogy 100 watts. Not bad. Good choices on power. Happy with that. Antennas and power. Antennas and towers. Step IR urban beam, 6 through 40 meters. Yagi with retractable elements. That's probably pretty good. Alpha Delta DXCC, multiband dipole for backup. That's okay. And infed half wave, my antennas, 80 through 10 easy deployment. That's good. That's really good. If it were me and I'm looking for my ultimate station, I want a hex beam. That's just me. I want a hex beam. I think those hex beams are fantastic, but they're proud of them. They're pretty expensive. Your hex beam could be easily much more expensive than your radio. VHF, UHF antennas. Diamond X510, high gain 2 meter, 70 centimeter base, or the Comet GP98. Comet GP98 is a great radio, or a great antenna. No problems with that, but if you're crafty, just make you a J-pole. I've used J-poles ever since I've been a ham, and I think they're fantastic and relatively inexpensive to build. So that would be my recommendation, is just a J-pole. But if you want to buy something, the Comet GP98 is great. Satellite antenna station. I'm not going to talk about satellites because I know nothing about satellites, so we'll pass on that. Tower and mast, you get a 50-foot Roan 45 gauge tower. That would be great. Expensive though, but it's great. Then you got the Spider Beam 12 meter fiberglass mast. That's portable mast for wire antennas. That's great too. If you're going with wire, I'm happy with that. Antenna tuners. If you get a 710 or a 7300 or something like that, you don't need a tuner. It's built in. But if you want one, the Palstar HF Auto Tuner is fine, and the MFJ 998 RT is fine. However, keep in mind, MFJ is no more. We're not going to talk about shortwave receiver. Station grounding, you need license arrestor or lightning arresters, that's fine. The ground rod system, copper-clad ground rods, of course. You can get some noise filtering from DX Engineering, the RXF 500. Those are great. W2IHY 8-band EQ. And noise gate audio processing's great. Happy with that. All right, let's move on here. Computers and digital modes. PC, custom-built Ryzen 9 i9 with triple monitors. Yes, agreed. I'm a Mac guy, but the only reason I would say PC in this case is because you can run HRD on it. Logging software. N3FJP, DX Lab, or HRD. Those are all great. Also keep in mind the web-based, well, it's not only web-based, they've got an application now, the World Radio League. Love it. It's great too. Digital modes, WSJTX, of course. I personally like JTDX. They're both very similar. Do the same thing, but just different interface. VARChat, HF. You've got WinLink and JS8 call. Agreed. We won't worry about the SDR stuff. Antennas, Heil PR40 broadcast quality mic. Agreed. Yaesu M100 is fine mic as well, but I would go with the Heil option. Headphones, Heil Pro 7. Absolutely. Completely agree with the Heil Pro 7. Bose is fine, but I don't think Bose is necessary in ham radio. Speakers, the Heil parametric receive audio system enhances weak signals. Sure, but if you get the Yaesu 710, get the AESS version. That'll come with the speaker, and it's quite phenomenal. It's like having surround sound in HF. It's amazing. Ergonomics, a flexi spot standing desk. If you prefer to stand while you work, get a Varidesk. That's great. And you want a good ergonomic chair, a Herman Member Aeron, a Miller Aeron. I think the one I'm sitting in is an Aeron. They're fine. Won't get into remote control or emergency rigs. That's just an overkill. So here's your budget. On the high end, you're talking $20,000 to $30,000 plus. If you're looking at the middle tier options, you're talking $5,000 to $10,000, and a budget build would be $1,500 to $5,000. So this shack is optimized for DXing, contesting, satellites, digital modes, emergency ops, and remote operation. Whether at home or in the field, this setup ensures 100% readiness for any situation. Would I like a diagram? Well, why not? Let's find out. Let's see what a diagram would do. Thanks for sticking around if you're still watching in this video. I'm curious to see what this diagram is going to let on. It's analyzing. Oop. For some reason it quit. Let's try it one more time. I can't get it to work. The diagram. Alright, so we're analyzing. And while that's analyzing, let me remind you folks, the Ham Shack TV store is available for you. Let me just take you through a quick tour of that while that's analyzing. So if you just go to hamshacktv.com, and sometimes you'll get errors like this going into it, and I'm not quite sure what causes that. But just try it a few different times, and if that doesn't work for you, just try a different browser. Like you see, it's working now. I'm not quite, like I said, it's Amazon based, so it shouldn't be giving those problems. And we're loading up. There we go. So we'll switch to a different source here. I'll share the entire screen. How about that? So here's the Ham Shack TV store. I've got everything categorized. If you're into broadcasting and that kind of thing, I've got stuff for you. If you're into cameras, I got stuff for you. Here's my dream station. This was a fun one to build. Of course, I have to use what's available to me, and I sourced from Amazon. You got CW paddles, you got ICOM, Yaesu, prepper stuff, books. Got over 30 books in the Ham Shack TV library. Here's some prepper gear. You got Faraday cages and bags, which are very, very important in case of the unthinkable. Amplifiers, you got SWR meters, antenna analyzers, VHF, UHF antennas. Here's some mast, coax connectors, GMRS, Mesh-tastic, D-Star, DMR, Kenwood, more HF stuff, Baofeng, HF antennas, power supplies, and ultimately VHF, UHF radios. So again, go to hamshacktv.com and check out everything. If for some reason you can't access it, it's simple as amazon.com/shop/hamshacktv. So go check that out. Let's see how our diagram came out. All right, so got your grounding system going to your tuners, your power supply, your backup, logging computer, and remote. You got your handheld. This is pretty simple. Not very thrilled with what that put out. But overall, I've got to say, I think ChatGPT did a good job in setting up the ultimate station. So what do you think? What would you change? What do you think about how AI was able to build this station? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And guys, again, I can't say thank you enough. I appreciate y'all being here and y'all subscribing and watching to Ham Shack TV. We do have merch available. Check down in the description. We got phone holders, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, all that good stuff. Go support Ham Shack TV. We appreciate everything that you guys do. So that's it for now. We'll see you on the next video. We'll say 73s, AA4WX, WSCB 693.